Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, huge massive thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. So today, like I said before, I'm going to come back with this little pocket pad because I have had a few questions about the pads, using the pads in particular. So I've only got one of the everyday sort of sentiments, everyday occasions for this pocket pad. The other two I got were the Christmas ones, and I chose this one, which is called Special Celebrations, because it quite often I have little bits of card left over, and this one seemed to have a lot of sort of occasions covered. So you've got the Bon Voyage, Easter Blessings, Hello Little One. I think there's about 6 of each. You've got the Love is in the Air, which could be wedding, engagement, To Love, Laughter and Happily Ever After. Obviously that's weddings or anniversaries. Happy New Home, Time to Unwind, Happy Retirement. Ooh, missed one. Happy Father's Day, To the Coolest Pop. Congratulations. Your one-off cookie, you've got this. Well done, you've passed. The start of an exciting new chapter. Thank you so very much. Thinking of you. Time to party. And Happy Mother's Day. So this is pretty much a load of occasions covered in that one. So I'm going to go back to the first one I'm going to do is that to a new chapter one. There we are. The start of an exciting new chapter. So that's going to be my first card, and I'm going to be using one of my templates. Well, I'm going to be using templates on both the cards today. Okay, so let's put that to the side. So come in with a piece of 6x12, and I'm going to start by lining this up to the 1-inch mark on the outside of my trimmer, and I'm cutting from 1 to 9, and then I'm just going to turn it round. Oops. And do exactly the same again. 1 to 9. And then if we pop our trimmer away for a second, we'll bring in our scoreboard. And I'm going to need a ruler. So first of all, I'm going to score 6-inch all the way along. Do the easy ones first of all. And then I need to score at the 1-inch mark, but just along the inside. So between those cut lines. And I'm going to do that at 1 inch in the centre. I'm going to do it at 2 inches. I'm going to do it at 4 inches. And then I'm just going to turn this around because I've got the smaller board. And I'm going to do it again at the 3-inch. Okay. And this is going to give us our little stepper with the steps in the centre. Put that ruler away. So these ones on the edges, that's just going to be a half card mark. So we're just going to score that. Just going to bring that. So I'm just going to fold that in half. But I'm just going to bring this back because it hasn't scored in the middle. It's just gone at the edge. Which I think that should be there. I'm not sure if I've got that in quite in the right place, but we'll soon see when I try to fold it. Okay, so yeah, so those are our halfway point. So I'm going to start at the back. And we're going with a mountain, into a valley, into a mountain, and into a valley. And then when we fold all of this up, it should go into our little stack of cards. Just get some of these folds burnished in. I'm sure that is not quite in the right fold space. So by the way that's sort of turning up there, that makes me think that that score line that I've put in, because I've done it without the ruler, that first one. Just gonna go. Let's get it right. You see I'm just about 2 notches out of the space where it's supposed to be. So what I'm going to do is turn that over, and the one that's wrong, just going to poke that back through with my score tool, and then I'm just very carefully bend that on the correct line, and then hopefully should now, yeah, so you can see the difference. So if you do see it going up like that, then you know you're not quite right on that one of those fold lines. So if I give that a good burnish down now, let's see, we're just a little bit over there. Just like that. Press down. So this is the card, and you can't see because I've pushed that line back through, and because that's in a valley place anyway, you can't see where I did make that bit of a boo-boo. Let's come in with the trimmer. Just turn it around. So I'm going to start with some gold foil, because the cardstock I'm going to use for this, because we've got these books on here, in the Mactastic foiled pack, I've got this beautiful sort of like old, it looks like Latin text onto, in a newspaper sort of format. And I thought that would come in really well with the new chapter start of it. And it's also picking up on those browns. So I want to try and keep it a bit masculine, and that was the reason why I chose this shape card. So I didn't really want a lot of space to write, because men only really want a sort of, oh, well done, blah blah blah. They don't like a whole message like ladies usually do. Some do, you know, I'm not, but most don't. My nephews anyway. Well, Anthony, not around anymore, but the other one, Anfield, he wouldn't. He just likes a little happy birthday on his card, no sort of message. Right, I'm going off the topic again. So the first mat I'm going to do is this one across here. So that is going to be 1 by 6 inches. So I'm taking it to 2 notches under the 1 and 2 notches under the 6, and that's going to go the whole way across on there. And then this means these ones here are going to be 1 by 5. You can do it the other way around if you want, and have these 1 by 6, and then have this one 1 by 4 if you prefer. Okay, so this is the 5-inch way. So these two, I'm going to do 2 notches off the 1 and 2 notches off the 5. And 2 notches. And to be fair, with this type of card, you're not really going to see a lot of the cardstock anyway, but it's just going to be just a little bit there for that decoration. Okay, so those are our 2 side bits. Then this one here is, I think it's 2 by 4. Yep, 2 by 4. So I'm going to go 2 notches under the 2 by 2 notches under the 4. And that one should fit quite nicely into there, and it does. And then this one at the back should be, I think it's 3. Let me just check that with a ruler, because I don't trust my measurements. Yeah, it's going to be 3. So it's 3 by 4. Now I might have to find a little odd scrap of gold. Let's see, is this going to be the same colour? Yeah. So the only reason I asked that is because with some of the cards I've been doing for charity, I've been using up, Mum had a lot of sort of packs from the pound shop. So I have been using a lot of those up with the charity cards just to try and get rid of the card stock. Okay, so that one is going to fit onto there quite nicely. Okay, so then I think what I'm going to do first of all is take 3/4 of an inch piece down this length. And these are going to be these here where the text is horizontal. So I need to take those 2 pieces at 4 3/4. So that's going to go on there, and then I should be able to get another piece quite nicely out of this one strip. That's for the other side. And then I want another piece 1 by 6, so again that's going to be 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to take that to 5 3/4 there. And then I want a piece, I think the next piece I'm going to cut at 2 3/4, because this is going to be this back piece here, and that's going to be by 3 3/4. That one should fit quite nicely onto there. And then if this is 3 3/4, and it is, and that needs to be 1 3/4, and then that one should fit onto there quite nicely. Still got some decent sized pieces left there to play with. So, oh, and the other thing I need to do before I put that away, let me just grab another piece of scrap of, there we go, it's not the same yet. Another scrap of gold just to map this onto, and the size it is 1 notch under the 3. So I'm going to do it to 1, 2, 3 notches under the 3, and then this way it is 4.2, so I'm going to go to 4 1/4, and hopefully that should fit quite nicely onto there. Maybe this measurement's wrong. Let's have a little look. That should be really, so it should be 3 1 notch to get that nice even border all the way around. Okay, so let's get rid of those bits. All we need to do now is start to assemble and do our gluing. So I'm going to be using the Clout All Purpose in this clear dispenser, and the Cloud Tacky Glue in this white one. Well, it's not white, it's just the colour of the glue. So let's just pop all of these pieces out. And I'm going to start with this back piece first of all. And what I like to do is just put the all-purpose all over and a little bit of tacky in the corners. I'm just making sure, well, at this point it's not making much difference, but I need to make sure that when I do pop them in there they are the right way up. So let's do all the gluing on here first. Give it a chance to settle before we start popping it in. And I was watching the catch up today from Hobby Maker with the Christmas dog decoupage, which is super cute. I'm not getting the whole kit this time. I will get the French Bulldog one because that's going to be perfect for my sister's Christmas card. But I think that's the only one. I love the little, I love them all. They're all gorgeous, don't get me wrong. It's just such a big kit. It would take me forever to work it. If I was doing charity cards for a pet sort of rescue or something, then definitely would be on my hit list. But I've still got, well actually I just used a couple out of that kit when I did the videos, and I haven't done any more with it since. So, and you get 4 sets of each one, so there's like, well, it's 64 top, isn't it, they say? I'm sure that's what they said. And that's if you use all the layers. So like I say, if you're doing a pet charity, then they're well worth it, but it would take me forever to use it all up. Okay, so let's just pop that one in. Okay, so now I can come back and pop these in onto my card. Here we go. And like I say, just making sure the text is the right way up. So it is a right and a wrong way with this one. And this design, this Latin one, this is my favourite out of this whole Matastic kit. If there was a pack with just this Latin on in all the colours, I would buy it because I think it's super useful. Oops. There we go. And then these side ones. You can see it comes together really quickly. This one onto there. Probably should have put the bottom one on first, so let's do that next. Talking of dogs, Spellbinders have got the cutest Halloween little die set, which is a little dog dressed up as a ghost with his little ears poking out and a little pumpkin candy bowl thing. Oh my god, it's so cute. I don't really make a lot of Halloween cards because it's not really a big thing over here in the UK as such, unless you're having a party. But I love Halloween crafting, but I had to get that because honestly I've never seen anything like it. It is so cute. So hopefully I'll get to have a little play with it. Okay, so that's how that's looking at the moment. You can see that's looking quite masculine, quite nice. Okay, so this one, just thinking, what have I done with that now? Because I had that yesterday and I moved it. There you are, a little corner rounder. So just want to make it a little bit different looking to how it was in the book. So just going around all of those corners, and the same with this. Because this is paper, I'm going to be using these bits. I'm going to be using my dotty tape pen in the corners instead of my tacky glue, because the tacky glue has got that water content. The alcohol based ones, the all-purpose, the construction glue is fine. With paper it doesn't have that same effect of making it go all bubble and horrible. But those dots will just make sure that stays in place while I'm working on the next part. So the next thing I'm going to do is pop this on the inside. I think I want it to go quite high, so I just need foam pads up to where it says new chapter. I'm going to use these 2mm ones, 2 inches, that would be huge. Just to give that a nice bit of height. But I'm going to put quite a few on because obviously this is the only point that top is going to be held on our card, and I want to give it the best chance I can of sticking down nice and strong. So these are the foam pads that I got from a Fix-It. They are quite sticky, so they are quite nice. They do come on this like plasticky tape, which is a bit odd, but I'm getting used to it. And the backs come off super easy. And this is on a roll. I'll show you the roll in a second, because I couldn't do that trick that I did with the other pads, where with the 1mm pads I cut a little slit in the packaging and just, you know, kept them on a roll, feeding them through. But it wouldn't turn with these, maybe because they're a little thicker. So I've just put some tacky glue on, and then what I'm going to do is just come in the centre there. I'll pop that down, so we've got that start of an exciting new chapter coming up nice and high. Right, let me just show you those, what I had to do with these ones. So I tried to cut a little slit there and try and turn them, it wouldn't. So what I did was I cut in the middle, and I've been feeding them out through there so they aren't getting tangled in the middle. So that's the only way. Just the only problem with the ones on the big reels is that they can get tangled. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some gems. I'm going to use these mini ones, I think. Let's just dump a few out into the lid. And I think we can go bigger with this sort of card. So let's go, and then I'll have a look for a little sentiment in the sentiment book as well. So if we pop that down nice and flat for a second, what I'm going to do is take my little pickup tool, go with this nice big one in the middle, and then we'll grab two of its friends, maybe you, and you look about the same size, yep, there, and then I'm going to pop 1, 2, move you over to the side. And this one, and same size, it's a little bigger, so it's got to be this one. Yep. Okay, so those are my gems. Okay, let's grab a sentiment. And obviously if you wanted to have different colour papers or cardstocks on here, you've got the duo design books, all those sort of things that you can mix and match your papers with. And let's have a little look. So we've got gold foil, so we need to look for the gold foil, and we want something about sort of exciting new chapter. So those are no good, so they're more about my dad and Luke's in your life. These are about the ladies in your life. Cousin. Here we go. So what sentiments have we got? Got Bon Voyage, You'll Be Missed, in the cream. And we've got a congratulations, it's time to celebrate. Quite like the black. Alright, that one, we'll keep that one in mind. Let's just go and see what the next little group of ones are. Good luck in your new job, that would be nice as well. Bravo, you did it. Okay, so I'm going to go with Bravo, you did it, and this wishing you good luck in your new job, because there's no rules that say you can only have one sentiment. And that was the little book of sentiments 2019, so you can see I've had that one a while. So let's grab some 1mm foam pads, and I think what I'm going to do is pop maybe, yeah, I'm going to go with Bravo, you did it, which could really be for anything, sort of passing exams, passing a driving test, anything like that. So let's put that to that side, and then this one I'm going to have on this side, just coming up a little bit. Again, I'm going to put a nice lot of pads on there, might cut that in half, just to get a bit more paddage on there, if that's a word. Okay, so let's pull these off. And if you wanted to, you could go around and decoupage that by cutting those books. If you've got any little books dies, maybe you've got a character that's sitting reading a book. I know Spellbinders did have some book dice as part of the kits of the month recently, but that is going to be my finished card. Okay, like I say, if you had a little character coming off here or something, that would add into it, but I think that's enough. It's quite fancy as it is. We've still got sort of 3x6 space to put an insert on, and I know I've got a book up there that I can do that. So that is card number 1. So I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, for card number 2, I thought I would have a little play with the Love is in the Air one. No, not you, this one. I thought was quite cute. Let's bring in my card, and I need my trimmer first of all. Let's turn that around the right way. So I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to put it in up to the 2-inch mark on this left hand side, and I'm going to cut from 1 inch all the way down to 6.5. And what I'm going to do is pop that in the other side and repeat that. So up to the 2-inch mark, and then cut from 6.5 to 1. Right, let's pop that out of the way a second. I'll bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score. Again, this one's in a difficult place. Got my ruler to help me, but I need to do the 1-inch mark across the middle. Let's make sure I get it right this time. And I need the 1.5 mark as well. And then the 6-inch mark we go all the way across, and then at 6.5 just across the middle again. So just between those cut lines. So you're going to end up with a slit in the middle with 2 little places there that have got score lines. Okay, so let's put that out of the way. Let's go ahead and get that folded down. So these 2 end ones, same as the last card, they are our normal folds on the actual card itself. And then if we bring these in, so at the top, we'll bring at the top, it's coming down like a mountain and another mountain, because it's going to go sort of square, and then at the bottom we're going again to two mountains. So this is what you're going to end up with, a card that has a sticky out bit like that. Okay. Right, let's bring in the trimmer. And the cardstock I've decided to use for this is this beautiful pink Matastic with the silver stars. So for this one, I'm going to use some holographic, and I need a piece. Let me just check. Yeah, I will need to put a bit in the middle. So I'm going to cut two notches under the 2 by 2 notches under the 6. Oops, that bit's gone. And I'm going to do that again. 2 notches under the 2 by 2 notches under the 6. And that's that one there. And this one is 2 inches by 4.5. So if I take this to 2 notches under the 2, lovely little border strip there for another time. And I'm going to take that to 2 notches under the 4.5. That should fit there quite nicely. And then this is 1 by 2. So we're going to go 2 notches under the 1. And that one should fit there quite nicely. Okay, so let's bring this piece out from underneath. And I'm going to start by cutting out 5 3/4, just to make it easier to handle. And then I'm going to go to 1 3/4, and that should mat onto there perfectly. Yep. And I'm going to do that again, 1 3/4. That one should mat into there. And then I'm going to do it again, so 1 3/4. And then I'm going to cut that to 4.5, so it's going to be 4 1/4 for that piece there. And then 3/4 of an inch for a little piece in the middle, but we're probably going to hide that with a sentiment anyway. Okay, oh, and then I need another holographic piece. Yeah, I'll use one of these, and we're just going to put a mat on here. So again, it was one notch under the 3, so we can go 1 notch over the 3, and then the length was 1 notch under 4 1/4, so 1 notch over 4 1/4, and then that one should fit quite nicely onto there. There. It's just a little bit too wide at the top, and I think they do have the mini mats for these as well, so that would save you doing any measuring at all. This is where we are at now, so let's do some assembling. Again, this one would be quite tricky to decoupage. I think I might cut out the is in the there, and we'll decoupage that little piece up just so it's slightly different from the previous card. So again, using the same glues, cut and stick. Oh, it's just sticking at this point. What I haven't done is just give them a good burnish down. Just noticed there. Okay. And if you've got any of those little sort of clay hearts, Again, little character, or maybe spellbinder character, maybe a Hunkydory gnome with a heart. Look super cute on here as well. So I'm doing it sort of as a basic card and then leaving you lots of room to be able to even take that further, maybe by adding excuse me, a character, or even you could emboss this cardstock. Even though it's pretty as it is, you could still go in and emboss that, make that even more. Ooh, that's not good. Luckily that's felt in the middle, so it's not going to take any of the shine off. Okay, and these are all cardstock to cardstock, so I don't have to worry about my glues on here. Any little hot air balloons, anything like that, those sort of decorations would look perfect. This. Feeling that matte layer is a little bigger than it should be, but we'll keep going. I've been getting on really well with that previous kit, the glass, not glass, stained glass. I've just got a couple more sheets to work through, and then I'll be able to post those whole things up. And you'll be able to see all of the cards I've made with that one. So this is the paper, so again, dotty tape pen and the glue, and I'm going just leaving these straight corners on this one. Nice and straight. Then again, I'm going to just go with the 1mm pads on these. So on these, just need to go down the middle, because that's the only place that's going to be held on. Oops. And this is the last of these sticks 2 ones. So just using these last few up, that literally, that's all that's left of them. Fingers and thumbs. Oh, I might put another one on there. Okay, must have cut into those ones. Quite a lot of likes on that video from yesterday with the trick to get these foam pads off if you pop it in the wrong place and the glue is a mucky mess. I'm not sure, somebody was saying, I think it might have been Diana, was saying that the all-purpose glue isn't as widely available in America. I'm not sure. I know Crafter's Companion do it and they sell over there, so I think maybe HSN might do it, but it's just a question of how much that's going to cost. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not worth the cost. But I think any glue that's got that alcohol content to it should do the same thing. Okay, let's cover that one up because we don't need that anymore. So I'm going to go back to that little sentiment book, and I think there was a sentiment in the back, which was, we could go with congratulations on your wedding day. So this is just a lighter pink. I don't think, or we could go with the dusky pink. No, I like the light pink. have a celebrate every moment. We could go with anniversary. I'm going to go with this one. On your engagement, the best stories in life are the ones we write together. So we've got a lovely little square one there. Right. No, I'm not going to go with a celebrate every moment because I don't think that really... So let's just go... So we've got to my gorgeous fiance. But then on your engagement, that doesn't read right, does it? World's best auntie. I'm going to leave that as it is. So we just have that little square one. I'm just going to trim some of these pieces off. There we go. And if I grab, we'll go with these are Hunkydory ones that are just on the side. So these are 1mm again. So we're going to pop that into there. To there. Leave it at that. Should be plenty. And again, this has got that silver foiling. So we'll put that on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to grab another one of those. Love is in the air. I'm going to grab my scissors and we'll just quickly cut around this little banner and decoupage that up. I'm going to leave that bit of dark blue on there from that R in the air, and so it's a nice simple shape to cut round. Okay, so let's bring these Hunkydory 1mm foam pads in. Hopefully have to chop into it. Ugh, sticking to me. There we go. Just going to carefully peel that off. Did a bit of tacky glue just to give me a bit of wiggle room time, and then I can come in and pop that over the top like that. Now if you've got any little clay hearts, any little die cuts with hearts on, they would look pretty nice. That's on the wonk. Let me just see if that's going to let me. Just so I've got these little holographic stars from Hunkydory. They are all different colours. And what I'm looking for is these pinky purple ones. Back. Okay, I think I'll use my Spellbinder one for this. Like I say, if you've got any characters holding, so I just need to clean that nib. Neutral is, I can't see where it is. Done. There we go. Right. Picky up tool. So let's find a little pink one. Put that on. Okay. Just want these little pink ones just to bring those pink colours back in. So I'm thinking this is probably a more feminine card, but it's not necessarily so. No, we want the green. Where did I put that glue? There. So I'm just going to put one more there if I can get it to pick up. There. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, got a sneaky little red one there. Okay. Oops. And hopefully I should be able to get these back in this jar as long as I go a little slow. There's a few there, I'll get those in a second. Right, let's grab out some gems. Let's see where we want to go with these. Again, if you've got any heart-shaped gems, they would be really lovely. Those are going to be the best on here. I'm just checking that there's no heart-shaped things in here. No. These, again, these are Hunkydory ones, and I have to go with the lighter one or the darker one. Go darker. So we've got that touch with the darker, darker little sprinkles. There. I'm going to pop one up there and one on his Onio down there. Okay, so these are quite plain, like I say, they are just basic starting points for your card with these pocket pads. Let me bring that other one back in. So loads more that you can do with them. I think definitely need some little clay hearts or something in there just to add that next sort of a bit of glamour to it. But those are the two cards that we've come up with today. I'm not sure that's still straight, but hey ho. Loads more to choose from in here, so I am going to come back with these one more time. just as we're having a break from the Christmas crafting, because there is a lot more Christmas crafting to be done. I really want to have a play with the gnomes next, the members free gift, so I will work through all of that. But like I say, we just have a little break, cleanse our palette as it was, and just actually, I'm just thinking about one of them there, is just I could cut around this heart from here and we could decoupage that up, even though it's got that L on. I'll go all the way along. Obviously I'm not going to cut around those strings. And that would look nice, that heart would look nice with a little bit of glaze on as well. Right. Everything's attacking me today. So we'll pop this one on there as well. Just add a little bit more. It looks like it needs something, but I don't quite know what. That's why I think a little character or something would look perfect on there. There we go, so what I love. So let's see if I have, well, I've only got birds here actually. If we had like something like that holding a heart. All the other ones are parrots, but they don't go with this set, but you know what I mean. You could add something in there and take that to the next level. But that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. I'll come back again, like I say, with this pad next time. But until then, happy crafting. Bye.